In this video, I'm going to record the way you can complete question 6. It's going to start with our standard formula, actual quantity times actual rate, minus the actual quantity times the standard rate, and that will give you the price variance. The other side of our formula says the standard quantity is multiplied by the standard rate. When compared to the middle of our formula, that would give us a quantity variance. So I'm just going to cut this first part of the formula and bring it down to the bottom, because we will use that to calculate your price variance. Okay, so the actual quantity is given in the problem, but when you're calculating a price variance, it must be based on the quantity purchased. In our problem, it says that the quantity purchased is 10,400 pounds. That can be found in the very first sentence. I'm going to highlight that. So that's where this number is coming from. That's my AQ. Next, it says the actual rate in that same sentence is $2.90 per pound. So when I multiply those two together, that will equal my total of the first set of parentheses. So if I were to multiply these two, it would equal my calculator here, 10,400 times $2.90. Bring that calculator over where you can see it. Says that equals 40,190. 160, sorry. Okay. So that will be our start of the problem. The next section of the problem would say that I need to multiply my actual quantity times the standard rate, which is given in the problem as $3 per pound. I'm going to highlight that. That is found right here. And that would be equal to, when we use our calculator again, but I know it's going to say 10,400 times 3, 31,200. So 31,000, I'm going to say, turn that back, is the middle section of our formula, but we cannot use that when we are calculating the quantity variance. We can use it when we're calculating the price variance. So our price variance will say my actual purchase was 30,160. My standard, what I should have paid for that amount of pounds, was 31,200. So we have a price variance, looks like, of $1,040. And that is favorable because I paid less per pound than what I should have or could have paid. My maximum was $3 a pound and I paid $2.90. So when you go to calculate the quantity variance, you cannot start this problem from the actual quantity of 10,400 pounds, because the quantity they used was different. The quantity that the company used, it says they produced only 1,040 units using 9,360 pounds. So we have to recalculate this middle right here. I'm going to highlight and I'm going to copy it. I'm going to make it, let's do that color, copy. I am going to recalculate this, and this time my AQ is actually going to be 9,360 pounds. That is found right here. When the quantity purchased and the quantity used are not the same, you cannot continue your formula using the quantity purchased. You're going to have to recalculate the middle section of the formula, putting in the actual quantity used. So I'm still going to multiply that by $3 because that's our standard rate. It says standard rate equals $3. I'm going to do the math on that. It looks like I'm going to underline that also. This will equal but that's okay. Then the next section is going to be where you have to take the standard quantity times the standard rate. The standard quantity is the one that you're going to have to do an extra piece of math on. The standard quantity, it says up here, is 5.4 pounds. I'm going to highlight that. And that will be the starting point. 5.4 pounds is the standard quantity, but that is per unit. We will always have to take our standard and multiply it by the actual units. It says I had 1,040 units, so my total SQ would equal, whenever I multiply 5.4 pounds, that's what I should use in each unit, by 1,040 units. My standard quantity is 5,616 pounds. Again, you're going to always have to find the number of units when you're calculating the standard quantity. I'm going to multiply that 5,616 pounds by my SR of $3 a pound. And it's going to say I should have incurred $16,848 in standard. I think it was $848. Total standard quantity times the standard price. So then when I want to calculate my quantity variance, I will take the $28,080 and subtract, which was my actual quantity multiplied by my standard price, but that was the actual quantity used. And I will compare that $28,080 to the $16,848 that I should have paid. It's unfavorable because it's 11,232. Check that, because my actual was greater than what I should have used quantity wise. So that completes question 6.